Every year, the owner of Trevor the Traction Engine, the Vicar of Wellsworth, hosts an annual garden party. It is one of the biggest parties on the island, and all the children from all over Sodor get to come and celebrate. Everyone gets excited over the occasion. Each year, James and Edward are busy with taking visitors to and from the garden party, making sure that everyone gets a chance to come and have fun. This year, a few days before the party, Bertie and Trevor were at the vicarage orchard talking about the party. "This year's gonna be great," said Trevor. "These parties are so much fun each year. Thank goodness that the vicar was kind enough to save me from scrap. I just love working here at the vicarage orchard." "Is the vicar gonna try and outdo last year's party?" asked Bertie. "I don't know," replied Trevor. "It's gonna be hard, but I think he's gonna try and do something new to top it off. That'll be exciting. Are the children from the village in the valley coming?" Bertie asked. "I think so," replied Trevor. "I hope I get to take them to the party. They're lots of fun." Bertie was very excited. Soon his driver arrived and Bertie went on to do his usual route while Trevor dozed off in the sun. A few days later, the vicarage orchard got very busy while everyone was getting ready. Lots of people were planning on coming to enjoy the party. Even Sir Topham Hatt himself was planning to attend. James and Edward came from far and wide to bring children to the party, making sure that everyone got to come and that no one was left out. Boko also dropped off a truck full of tables, chairs, and decorations so the orchard would be ready for the party. The vicar was very excited. Trevor loved having people at the party and giving them rides around the orchard. The party hadn't even started yet and already lots of people showed up. Meanwhile, Bertie waited anxiously at the bus depot while his driver was getting the schedule. When he came back, Bertie was excited to see who he got to take to the party. "Are we bringing the children from the village in the valley?" Bertie asked impatiently. "I'm sorry," said his driver. "Looks like Caroline is bringing all of them down. You've been given the job to bring some children from Elsbridge to the party." So Bertie sadly left for Elsbridge. When Bertie arrived at the station, Toby was there dropping off children with Henrietta. The children climbed into Bertie, and he left without a word to Toby. Caroline the car has a bad motor. She is kind, but has trouble. More children wanted to go to the garden party than she expected. She was full and was tired, but she struggled on. "This is too hard for my system. It'll fuse all my circuits," she complained. There is a railway crossing on the way to Wellsworth. Caroline crossed over the crossing, but her engine couldn't handle it anymore. She had to stop. "Told you so," she cried. Bertie was bringing the children from Elsbridge to the garden party. He was passing by and saw Caroline and felt sorry for her. He knew it wasn't fun to be broken down. "Need any help?" asked Bertie. "Yes," replied Caroline. "Please take these children to the vicar's garden party. They all want to go so badly and I can't make it." So the children climbed aboard Bertie, and Bertie took them to the vicarage orchard. Bertie didn't even think about Caroline. He was happy to be taking the children from the village in the valley. When they arrived, the vicar was ready to start the party. "Welcome everyone," said the vicar to start the party. "I'm glad you could all make it." As Bertie heard that, he remembered Caroline being stranded on the side of the road. He instantly felt bad for just leaving her behind. "Driver," said Bertie, "can we go back and bring Caroline to the party? Everyone deserves to be here." His driver agreed, so Bertie drove back and found Caroline on the side of the road looking sad. "Everyone deserves to be at the party," said Bertie, and they fastened a rope between the two vehicles, and Bertie towed Caroline to the party. Everyone was happy to see Caroline and Bertie. They clapped and cheered as they pulled in. Bertie was pleased. He knew that Caroline deserved to be here too. Later the party had started and everyone was having a great time. Trevor, Bertie, and Caroline all had children climbing aboard them and admiring them. "This is such a marvelous party," said Caroline. "Thank you for bringing me here, Bertie." Bertie smiled. "My pleasure," he said. "Bertie," said Trevor, "you did find a way to outdo last year's party." Bertie agreed, and everyone had lots of fun this year at the Vicar's garden party. Next time on Thomas and Friends, when George returns to cause problems, he is worse than ever, even paving a road through Terrence's field. What will Terrence do? Find out next time in Terrence and George.